Welcome back everybody to Playing Hooky, where we give a brief overview and history of the vehicle we're looking at today, and then we take it out for a rip. So let's get to it. This is our beautiful 1956 F100 that we have here with us today. So say you wanted a fully loaded Platinum F-150 today. In 1956, you'd go down to your dealership, you'd pick out every option that you wanted, and you'd spend just a little over $1,600. Ouch, that's gotta hurt. Another cool thing that happened in 1956 with these trucks is they went from a 6-volt electrical system to a 12-volt electrical system. What we got out of that was 14 new luxury options that could go into one of these trucks. One of our personal favorites that we love of the F100s is the super hard to find big window. Unfortunately, this one's not a big window, but most of the ones we have here are. And they're super hard to find because they only made 6,200 of them. Out of the 163,000 trucks they made in 1956, 6,200 is a pretty small number. On top of the luxury options that came in these trucks, to note was power steering for the first time and AC for the first time. Super impressive. Another one that they had in there was they redesigned the stock steering wheels in these trucks to have more of a crush zone to protect the driver of the vehicle during an accident. Ford today still, and has been since then, always their big focus is safety. The big window upgrade that is the one we hunt for as collector guys was a $16 option back then. I wish there would have been a whole lot more for $16. With this one specifically that we have here, that makes it so special is it actually, if you can tell, is a long bed variant. Very hard to find because not very many of these were made in the Express model. They actually made 25,000 of them in 1956. So crazy to have one here. It'd be wild if it was a big window. I often think about what things could be if they were done a little bit different. But either way, having an Express model F100 is super cool to have. Jumping in with the side note real quick, something that we were actually talking about with this truck that I didn't mention. A lot of guys have questions on whether or not these were offered in a four-wheel drive from the factory. The short answer is no. Ford never actually offered an F100 as a four-wheel drive. However, there were dealerships that would upgrade your F100 to four-wheel drive by working with a company called Marmon and Hennington, and they did their own custom transfer cases, their own front axles, and were one of the top tier guys that did a lot of work to these old trucks back then to get a four-wheel drive. Man, wouldn't it be sweet to find one of those one day. So now that you know a brief history on the 1956 F100s, you know some of the special things about them, what makes them so cool. Let's jump into what makes our Express model even cooler. This one has seen the end of the push rods. No more push rods for this one. It has a 4.6 liter dual overhead cam, 4-valve in it now. Yeah, what makes this one really cool is it shares a lot of common similarities with the famed and familiar 0304 Mustang Mach 1 that also feature an aluminum block, better cooling heads, and a lot of just super cool stuff in the transition of where this motor came from. It still has the factory Ford-O-Matic 3-speed in it, behind it. I like my personal favorite is the custom interior in this one. It's black with red stitching, matches the truck really nicely, and the gauge cluster has been fitted with a set of autometer gauges. They've always been my favorite. I love the font they use for the numbers, and the designs of their needles are super cool. Now that we've covered a good history about the F100s, the power plant we're working with in this one, let's take it out for a rip. So here we are, out taking our 56 F100 long bed, the Express model, as you guys learned about, out for a cruise on this beautiful day now that we've got some nice weather. And yeah, we're just gonna take it out to one of our favorite spots here in town and show you guys more of the truck and let you enjoy it. So we were just talking about some of the nice things with this truck. It drives really nice, it runs really nice, and we're actually pretty surprised how quiet it is in here actually, for considering 1956 and what's been done to the truck. It's definitely a good one for sure. And who doesn't love something with a radio in it once in a while? So we just got done out here taking pictures of the truck out here in Snow Canyon with some nice, really pretty scenery actually. And now we're going to head back. We usually stop at Maverick for Adventure's first stop, but we're gonna stop at Maverick right now. So come along for the ride. Well, just had to stop at Maverick, get some gas and some pizza. Now we all feel better. It's time to stop playing hooky. We're gonna head back to the shop, see if we can do some real work today. Well, there you have it, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Playing Hooky with our 56 F100 Express model. As you guys have learned, this one's the long bed. Super cool, makes it stand out. Yeah, hope you guys learned something cool about these trucks. Enjoyed the video, enjoyed some of the beauty shots we took of it, and overall, we'll catch you on the next one. Back to work.